Good morning to all beings of light, light workers and light warriors. Welcome to Light Frequencies. My name is Mirella, and today we will be talking about lost art of prey. So I have done this blog when I first initially started doing this on request of my friend to write something for her, a beautiful platform called Vicky Soul Academy. Please check it out. I will send a link in below. She is wonderful. Advocates to change of people's consciousness and awakening, and some amazing teachers on her platform that I would highly recommend, from spiritual to personal development, and wonderful blogs. And so I just wanted to talk to you about the blog that I have written, and that is A Lost Art of Prey. So I had a notion that I needed to talk about this because from my last talk with the source, they wanted me to create a prey for all of the dimmed lights, not the dark ones, the dimmed ones, because we're all coming off the light. Some are brighter than the others. And I just wanted to talk to you about this because I think it's very, very important, as that is something that has been lost along the way, particularly through all of the deprogramming in societies and religious almost programming, which doesn't really has the motion of right way of doing this. And when I had this idea coming into my mind, and I think they actually downloaded this, I had so many things coming to me, and realization of what is the prey. And so I just wanted to unpack this. And when I started to having these downloads, their energies wanted to really get involved, and they wanted to bring some more ideas to this beautiful really tool that everybody is it's accessible for everyone, and I don't think people are utilizing it in the best possible way. So that said, so let's unpack. So I have a little notes because just to remind myself on all of the things. So one thing which was very important to make a notion of, I am born Catholic, and it was that religious notion that my parents and my grandparents have really embedded in me, particularly my grandmother. I used to spend my summers at my grandmother's. She is incredible person, and her raising me with some incredible skills, and I will never forget those free-spirited times that we were just free to roam the woods and play in the dirt and and not have no care in the world, and it's good times. I really hope we will have those times again very soon, and it's the life has really taken really unusual turn. So she used to spend many days of getting up really early in the morning and really taking care of all of us, and from 5 a.m. until late in the evening, from making breads in this outdoor oven, which I dearly still remember, and but I might talk about it some other times. But so she used to be involved in so many things, but one of the things what she made sure that before we go to bed and before we go to sleep, before she tucked us in, she made us vigorously every evening take a pray. And it was beautiful pray like any other pray, but I don't think it was the whole sheer motion of what that means. It was, as a child, I never understood that. It was Archangel pray and Holy Father pray, a typical Catholic praise that you probably, a lot of you, or if you're not Catholic, you have your own religious notion, and you've probably been raised by some notion of taking it into pray and be grateful for the day, and wishing that you have tight sleep and that you will be looked after for tomorrow when you sleep. So I, after really a long time, I didn't really, as I was growing up, the narrow-minded and the restriction of religious dogma, I think he really pushed me away further from a notion of that there is a Holy Father in the sky, this man who was so loving and caring, but yet again, if you haven't been good, or you done something wrong, that you would be eternally burning in an abyss of a pits of the hell. I mean, it's not something that anyone would want to be in, first of all. But it's the whole notion of a fear. It's a fear being so embedded in everybody's consciousness and mind and mindset. And yes, I just never realized that all of these things are really programming you in a ways of control of people's consciousness and mind. So I lost the faith in God in some ways. I did believe there is a creator, and that is somebody who has put us out here and who has give us these gifts, but I didn't think that the God is a man who is sitting on a cloud and judging us and putting us through the this motion of fear. So it's very interesting because as years go by, and that ritual of belief has kind of faded, but it has been replaced with so many other things. So it's very interesting how new wave of beliefs of new age kind of things. And so let's talk about some of the most the biggest ones are The Secret, and something that I actually came to my life after a while going through a lot of emotional turmoil that a lot of you have experienced yourself, and that you're trying to look for the faith and in somebody to help you. So where we never actually realize that we have all the everyday tasks, and the embedding of this pray is turned into just a wish. We wish we had a hot water. We wish there was no traffic. We wish the boss is in a good mood, and that you are going to have a great day. So, and then as a secret as well, it has the whole of the system of gratitude and what is important to you, and that with that it would give you more positive outlook on life and everything else. So Uh, that was very successful. It was successful in my life because that success is measured by the smiles on your actually the outlook onto life, because as soon as you start believing these things and visualizing happiness in your head, things start changing. The reality, it starts changing. And I really would love to talk to you about more about it, but today I just wanted to really give you some insights and some of the things that beings of light came forward, and they wanted to really talk to me about a certain energies and how they can really help us in a pray, or anything that you would like to actually call it. But as yourself, I had as well experience in 2020 when we were all in a utter turmoil, and I think many of us have looked for faith and for some higher aspect of to help us through a lot of these experiences that we all been put through. So yourselves, myself, I took a pray for first time in a long time before the bedtime, and I did wholeheartedly asked that I'm here to help, and I need some bigger sign, because all of the signs through my life, there were blinkers, but never anything that it would be gripping me, because I was experiencing a lot of emotional imbalance in many aspects of what happened to me through the life. And that was a moment where I just wanted to say, you know, I'm here to help. I'm here to help humanity. I'm here to help to anyone. Please give me some massive sign and something that I can find fundable and I can do and help out everyone. So my prayer has been answered. So in meditation 2 days later, I had a thought came to my mind. It wasn't my thought, because through the meditation I realized that I was observant of my thoughts, and the thought that came to my mind was automatic writing. Out of all the esoteric things, I never knew anything. I known of it, but I never really researched, and I never really known much about it. And literally after that thought came to my mind, I said, okay, that was very unusual. It was the first time that I kind of like realized that this is not my thought. So I picked the pen and a paper, and I just literally felt some energy surging through me, and it was all like little squiggles, and I just okay, well, I'm gonna do this every day and see what comes through. And I did. Every day I did go into the meditation. I've been observing my thoughts, and then after the meditation, I literally took a pen and to the paper, and I just waited. On a third day, it was for first time I started having writings coming through. It was form of automatic writing after researching that the energy is taking over my control of my hand and my body, and they write through me. It's not, I don't have a thought coming to me. like a lot of automatic writers do. They get thoughts and then they write these thoughts. My writing is literally done by the beings of light. And I will talk a bit more about it, but from there on, that was a beginning of light frequencies. So, after the while, the writing has become stronger and stronger, and the way they write is they write in columns. A friend of mine said like it's the like ancient writings, and they do word after another in the columns. So I can write like 5 to 6 columns on a page. I can write up to 30 pages. Literally my arm is falling out, and the energies that came through, it was incredible. I was like, I have like universal phone and I can call whoever I want and bring forward. So I was just so gobsmacked and so excited about it that I just really wanted to shout out to the world. Obviously, the world hasn't responded. Well, the group of the people in my life, they haven't responded very positively, and they thought I really lost the plot. But it just felt so naturally to me because I've been doing this kind of esoteric knowledge, and I was so interested in so many things, from archaeology to tarot cards to hypnosis, and something that it kind of led me into so many things, and it was pushed up on me almost to this point. So I wanted to just to share this because I'm not special. Anybody can do this. You just need to have a faith in yourself, and it was many years of coming to this point and realizing that you and myself, we all have this mission, and everybody has a very different mission. So this is my one. Okay, so I just wanted to give you this little sneak peek of how did this come about, and tell you a bit more about the energies that I have connected. I mean, like when it was a universal phone call, I really wanted to connect with my hero, Nikola Tesla. He is incredible force behind so many things in the modern times, and he's like many others been such a kind of inspiration to me. And I know he's a scientist, but he has been connecting with and have been having downloads from beings of light, and I think he even said that he has been connected with beings of light through some of his experiments, and that was always been so inspiring. And he's such an incredible man, and it's so tragic the way he went, but he left a massive legacy. And we're still discovering some of his, ideas and some things that came to him, and we are still using them from many like radio frequencies to remote control to hydro energy. And many other things, but I really wanted to connect to him. So, but I'll speak to you that in my little journal about my connections and going through my journey with connecting with them. Anyway, so a lot of energies that came through afterwards were, some of them are Pleiadians, High Council of Light, High Council of Time, Brown Brothers Mantis beings. He's one of my healers, Velam, and he has helped to release one of attachments that I had through my healer. More about it later. So Valiant Thor, one of my other heroes, and I'll talk more about him as well, who's Venusian. I've been told that I'm as well. I've been coming from Venus, and some of the past lives that I had, a lot of them, there were where I was a high priestess, from Venus to Atlantis to Egypt, which I connected with some of the energies that I've been in connection in those times. So what other, and of course guardian angels, and Michael, when I started doing this, he came later on when my writing becomes so prominent, as he came and declared himself, he's my archangel, guardian angel, and he's going to guide me through all of the things that I will be doing, and we'll be working very closely, and we are still working very closely with some other archangels. So after I came to do this blog, Velam, Brown Brothers Mantis being, he came through, and he wanted to actually unpack some of the beings of light and how we can really utilize them to help us in many ways. So one of the things what he was talking about, and something that came to me through listening to some wonderful people like Alba Weinman and Dolores Cannon, through QHHT, which is a quantum hypno-healing therapy. There is a lot of attachments that a lot of people are experiencing. So these attachments happen through cracking your auric field when you're actually the lowest point in your life, when you're feeling very vulnerable. They are drawn to your energy, and some of them are particularly drawn to the places where they experienced their last days of a life, when they were killed, and they can really cause a havoc to your body, because they're trying to remember some of the they had the body, so they were drawn to your life force, and they just find a ways to be as having a body, but they can cause a lot of uncomfort, and they influence you through the life in a negative way, most of it, because there is a lot of pain and confusion they are experiencing. So the way they explain to is, sometimes you might have a hole in auric field due to mental state, and there are simple energies that have created through collective consciousness. So pain, war, torture, and strong emotions, that they are residual energy, and they never had a body. They are like energy of collective consciousness, and they are living in parallel realities. So as I said, they don't have a body, but they yearn to have one. So what they do, they're drawn into people, and they can embed themselves into it, and they can be really unnoticed, and you might have suddenly this outburst of anger, and you don't know where is this coming from. But these energies are kind of like a parasite. They feed on your residual energy, what you create through your emotions, and can create a sickness in people's bodies. So what did they ask for us to really protect yourself before going to bed? Do smudging, clear the space, take a little pray for before going to bedtime, asking your archangels to come in and put a light over you for protection and to deter any kind of low energies or any energies coming into your auric field while you're asleep, when you're the most vulnerable. So and they said, depending on how strong these energies can be, they can be demonic and stay with the host for a very long time. So these demonic energies have to be professionally extracted from the body if they do enter one. Advice is how to help is basically, as I said, to ask for the aid them for protection. And it says there as well, as you elevate your emotional intelligence and be happy by creating an environment like that. It's very toxic for these energies, and they will leave the body and find a different host. So it's very important to keep yourself really positive and high energy. So so another thing what they were explaining to me is, if you have lost items, many times you're literally running around a house trying to look for the keys. I don't understand why we never actually put it at the right place. Well, I don't particularly, but I think over the years I'm learning at it. But because you don't want to be running like a headless chicken trying to find the keys when you're running late to work. So one of the things where they say that you could utilize fairies. So when they say fairies are not just made of fairy tales, they're multi-dimensional beings. And I had been kind of contacted with one of them, and his name was Wally, and he was beautiful. He has big eyes and has wings. Yeah, he left me a little message, which was very sweet. But they says they might be misunderstood, but they're loving to human and love to be helpful. So all you need to clear your mind, think about the item, ask them to help you to retrieve it. Imagine that you already have it, and be gracious and thank them in advance. So that's another thing that we can use into for pray or asking them to help you. And then lastly, let's talk about loving angels and archangels, and something what Velam has explained to us, and who wanted to talk to us about it, is as we treasure them as well, and as long as the record goes, from songs to seeing in everyone angel, and people who are helping you, you see them as angels, because they are manifestation of and many of them are actually living on earth, and they wanted to experience the human experience for themselves, to actually get to be more loving and to be able to be more helpful to us. So as we know, archangels, there is millions of other angels who are just waiting to get the wings. Literally, this is what they told me. They really wanted to help, and so if you think the archangels are quite busy, you can ask any angel or call up anyone, not by name, but I think one thing what they said, that in pre-birth plan we have allocated the angels for us to help us, and one times when I asked Archangel Michael, are the angels are multidimensional beings, he said no. so he was very firm to explain himself, and apparently the angels, so the angels are coming straight from the source energy, or God, or whatever we actually know of, the creator energy, and they all have individual missions. They're all been allocated a certain tasks, and to help, and to be created just for Earth. And apparently each planet has its own set of angels, and they're all helping their own inhabitants of the planet. And I had opportunity to actually have a connection with a Venusian angel, who was angel in waiting, and he was same as Metatron. So Metatron is angel of earth, and he's been given a status of angels because he's been helping, and he was been taken by source and given him loving wings as well. So there's another thing what they say, that so they only, so as they said, they're all inhabitants to evolve and ultimately ascending, and they all have their own tasks. And it says that names with ending in EL, they're coming directly from light, and with on, they are coming directly from earth. So there is so many angels and archangels, and but you know, we can take some another kind of a little video. We talk about that next time, all about angels. So one thing what they said, what Valam said, that how to invoke them, ask them for help, is of these benevolent beings. They can travel through space and time in a blink, and they can be multiple locations at once. So that's why archangels can be in so many locations, like other beautiful angels as well. And then this is as they said, this is a quantum universe, and not going into, there's a layers and layers of parallel reality to give them that ability. They are androgynous, but they are assigned a different task that give them accents of a male and female energies. And we perceive them through the art with the wings, but they are all just emulate a different glow. They don't look like, they can be perceived like have a wings because of the energies. So, but they don't have a wings. And the drawing that they showed me, which I will show in a video when we talk about angels in more in depth, they have no wings, and they drew themselves. They look beautiful, and they have a different facial expressions. So I'll share that with you some other time. So one thing what they told us is they can speak to you whenever you need a thought to come through. They can speak to you through the thoughts. These thoughts are loving and can easily distinguish from all the noise in your head. Meditation can truly help to quiet those loud noises, and your especially ego, who is wonderful form of archetype of yourself through your life, but ego lives in fear, and we need to be shedding the ego to be beings of light, and that is what we need to experience to be more closer to all of the beings of light. So when you observe your back dialogue through the meditation, which you should be practicing daily, it's very amazing tool to have. And then the came through lighting and loving, and then you know how to know them. The thoughts that came through, like the thought came through to me. When a moment comes when you need a help, let's say you have some issues with some people that have a problem with you, you can get the right information from angels by closing your eyes and take a deep breath, clear your mind, have a good attention on the problem, and simply and lovingly ask them to give you a hand with it. They will take a note of it and set energies in motion to give a right outcome. All your thoughts must be loving nature, and they will not help you if you have negative energies towards the issues. So no negativity. We're all experiencing some different things, and we just need to be loving and realize that whoever has been doing wrong to you, you had these things coming into your life at the same time, and you had some bad experiences and thoughts, and you just need to have some loving towards everyone, and just send the prayer to them. Ask angels to help them as well as to help you. So we're all beings of light and consciousness who have human experience, all here to learn the lessons through love, pain, loss, grief, dark and light. And we are all energies who symbiotically need one another to evolve and grow through individual or in a soul group or collective. And it's the same thing with all of the beings of light. They all collectively have a mission, and they all need to go through motion of helping one another, even us low energy, hold low density energies, and this is how they're evolving and moving on through the densities, and so we all need each other. And then I wanted to share with you a beautiful message after I done the blog, that Archangel Raphael wanted to come through and give us a message, which was very sweet. They really like to kind of reiterate the information and send a little message for all of the things. And so Archangel Raphael means God's heel, and he's a wonderful archangel, and I use him quite often for all the aches and pains. Yes, I just wanted to give you and read you this message from Archangel Raphael. Okay. We have lots of time for humans, and we can help with anything they can openly speak to us. We have individual tasks that would love to share with you. We love to help with loving people who have a time with the world and have time to help others. We have lots of time for people who are helping Gaia and have more time to help animals that have issues with the pain of existence, and have lots of love for people that have issues with what is going on in the world at the moment. We know this is hard, but we are here for you. We love you. We have lots of time for you. Let's work together to help everyone. They need us the most. We love you just the way you are, and loving you are. Let's make the difference. We would like to say that you're amazing, and please don't change, and love everyone equally, and understand you are all alike, and find empathy and give more love the ones that need it the most. There is far more that we're not aware of in the creation, and life is so mystical and magical that you would never expect. And when you're least expecting, some wonderful things can come to you. So there is no light without darkness. So we are here to hold a light to all of the ones who have run out of the batteries. So my next video is going to be a little pray for all of the lights that are lost in this darkness, and they just need a help, and Source wants them to find a way home and to be more loving and to find their love and their happiness and to go back to the family. So I just wanted to tell everyone I love you all, and I love and light to you all, and we connect soon again. Lots of love to you, and God bless, and have a beautiful rest of the week. All right, thank you.